The Bauchi State People's Democratic Party Caretaker Committee held an emergency meeting in Abuja, during which it deliberated extensively on critical issues affecting the party in the state and at national level. The committee expressed its profound gratitude to the National Working Committee of the party under the leadership of Alhaji Abdulrahman Mohammed for approving the appointment to oversee the affairs of the party in Bauchi State. The committee formally accepts this appointment and affirms its unwavering commitment to diligently discharge its responsibilities entrusted to it, in accordance with the constitution of the party and directives of the national leadership. The committee finds it necessary to extend its unreserved apology on behalf of the good people of Bauchi State to an elder statesman and founding member of the People's Democratic Party, His Excellency former Governor Sule Lamido, for the embarrassment and inconvenience occasioned by the deliberate attempt of Governor Bala Mohammed of the former PDP Governors Forum, who orchestrated the refusal to sell nomination forms to him ahead of the party's aborted national convention. The committee further confirms and affirms its absolute loyalty and gratitude to the national leader of the party, His Excellency Barrister Ezenwo Nyesom-Wike, CON, Honorable Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, other members of NEC and BOT for their continuous commitment, leadership, and support towards the stability and progress of the party through the entrenchment of constitutionalism and rule of law.
The Caretaker Committee held an emergency meeting today, 17th day of December 2025, during which it deliberated extensively on critical issues affecting the party in the state and national level. And after careful considerations, the committee resolved as follows. The committee expressed its profound gratitude to the National Working Committee, NWC, of the party, under the leadership of Alhaji Abdulrahman Mohammed, for approving its appointment to oversee the affairs of the party in Bauchi State. The committee formally accepts this appointment and affirms its unwavering commitment to diligently discharge the responsibilities entrusted to it, in accordance with the constitution of the party and the directives of the national leadership. 2. The committee further confirms and affirms its absolute loyalty and gratitude to the national leader of the party, His Excellency Barrister Ezenwo Nyesom-Wike, Honorable Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, other members of NEC and BOT for their continuous commitment, leadership, and support towards stability and progress of our party through the entrenchment of constitutionalism and rule of law. The committee finds it necessary to extend its unreserved apology on behalf of the good people of Bauchi State to an elder statesman and founding member of the PDP, His Excellency former Governor Sule Lamido, for the embarrassment and inconvenience occasioned by the deliberate actions of Governor Bala Mohammed, former chairman, PDP Governors Forum, who orchestrated the refusal to sell nomination forms to him ahead of the party's aborted national convention. 4. As law-abiding citizens, the committee emphasizes that it will not resort to violence, as members are not products of thuggery and hooliganism, but of intellectualism, democracy, and respect for rule of law. However, this stance should not be misconstrued as a sign of fear or weakness. The committee will therefore discharge its legal and constitutional responsibilities without any fear. Accordingly, should anything untoward happen to any member or supporter of the party, the governor of Bauchi State, His Excellency Bala Mohammed, shall be held responsible. 5. The committee firmly advised individuals who are parading themselves as the National Working Committee of the party to desist from such conduct forthwith. They are hereby reminded that the purported convention held in Ibadan was conducted in blatant disregard of valid and subsisting court judgments and in the absence of supervision or monitoring by the Independent National Electoral Commission. Such an assembly could not have produced any outcome that is legitimate, credible, or acceptable to the party or any relevant authority, particularly INEC. 6. The committee called on party members and the general public not to be deceived by the activities of these individuals. Holding meetings with former governors, former ministers, or members of the National Assembly cannot and does not confer any form of legitimacy. Legitimacy can only be derived from strict compliance with extant laws, adherence to constitution of the party, and obedience to valid court orders. They cannot violate the party's constitution and other extant laws and then turn around to blame the minister, Nyesom Wike, or the FCT for the consequences of such actions. A similar scenario played out during the legal battle in which they attempted to forcefully remove Senator Anyao as National Secretary before the expiration of his tenure. They failed then, and they will also fail again. The courts are not persuaded by social status of political influences. They are guided strictly by facts, law, and compliance with constitutionalism. Claims that that INEC had recognized them amounts to nothing more than media propaganda and should be disregarded. Furthermore, following the decision of the Oyo State High Court striking out the name of INEC as the defendant in the matter before the court, no outcome, decision, or determination arising from such suit can be binding on INEC under whatever circumstance. Little wonder, therefore, they have now hurriedly approached a federal high court seeking an order to mandate or compel the Independent National Electoral Commission to recognize the said convention and the individuals purportedly elected as members of the National Working Committee. That following the expulsion of Governor Bala Mohammed from the party and dissolution of the party's executive committee in the state by the NEC during its 103 meeting dated 18th November 2025, the general public is hereby advised to take full judicial notice of this decision and be guided accordingly. Any individual or group of persons who disregard this advisory does so at his or her own risk. 10. Similarly, the committee hereby advises all illegal occupants of the PDP secretariats across the state of Bauchi to immediately remove their personal belongings and vacate the premises within 14 days. Failure to comply with this directive will attract lawful consequences. The committee reiterates its firm commitment to restoring unity, discipline, and order within the party, and calls on all loyal members to cooperate fully with the committee in the collective interest of the party and the people of Bauchi State. Lastly, the committee sincerely thanked the good people of Bauchi State, especially members of the People's Democratic Party, for their overwhelming support, solidarity, and continued commitment to the party. The committee further appealed to members who have left or are contemplating leaving the party due to unfair treatment to reconsider their action, as the committee is firmly committed to fairness, equity, inclusiveness, unity, and justice within the party. God bless the People's Democratic Party. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Ilorin Mohammed Jinadu, Voice TV Nigeria.